Sorry. We
Okay, the recording is happening now. We'll pull up the notes. Wow, I don't know that I can do so many things all at the same time. Okay. What's the date? The 21st. Okay. All right, the only agenda item that I have for today is release updates about 090. I am working on getting that release over the line. To be honest, I think I just need to cut it. I've had like in kind of an amazing way. Like I think this is an amazing thing. I'm not complaining about this, but it is just a thing that's happening. There have been a ton of new contributions from folks who have reached out in one way or another that are running Kagent in production, are about to run Kagent in production. Like the number of things, the number of issues that are coming in that are like, we actually want to run this thing, like, help us out, is just so much. And so I think I've gotten a little bit of release fever in terms of wanting to get everything in and all that stuff. But it's just a good thing. Like it's been really yeah, it's been really it's just been really amazing. Yeah. Anyway, so the release updates are that hoping to cut that today because I think we've got everything in that we need. So and I should just go for it. Yeah. So that's the update from me. Yeah. I don't have anything else besides that. Does anyone else have anything they want to talk about?
So one quick question, like Ethan, like how much of appetite do you guys have, like in terms, like in case if someone wants to become a reviewer or like a contributor, like a maintainer and all those kind of things, right?
Yeah, so the answer is definitely high. I think like we will need, in order to make that more like obviously I think the one thing I'll say is that Kagent in general, like in general, open source software, right? It becomes successful when you have more people, when you have more buy-in, right? And more buy-in usually looks like more contribution, more maintainers, like a more diverse set of in terms of companies, right? A more diverse set of maintainers. And so, I think that the I would like, so in general, the answer is definitely yes. Like we would like more maintainers. I guess it depends, like what sort of input, are you guys willing, like how many resources do you want to give? What sort of time commitment can you offer? Because at the same time, like, I think it's important that anybody who gets, who becomes a maintainer is really passionate about Kagent and willing to actually like put in the time. So yeah, but I think in general, like we're super open to the idea. Yeah.
Okay. At least to start with, can we we start thinking about like becoming a reviewer, and then once you guys are like end of the day, like you guys have to be comfortable giving someone making someone a maintainer, right? Like, can we start
Yeah.
with the reviewer and then go from there? Is that okay with you guys?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Like if you guys want to start reviewing, PRs, like, I see no issue with that. I think it would actually help me to better understand to better understand you and like kind of to better understand where you're coming from. And I think it also might be, I'm just thinking about this as I go. The yeah, I th- yeah, okay. Thoughts gathered. So I
Yeah.
think what we should do is, yes, like on our side, like on the Cajun side, I know Lynn, like you might be able to also answer this. I know it's forever ago, but we have some set of steps I think laid out in. Let me find them. So the first thing to do is actually look at like the because we definitely have a set of steps that are laid out in terms of how to get involved and how to sort of become a member of the community and then eventually a maintainer. But I don't remember. It might actually be in the community repo. Let me see. Do you remember, Lynn? I think it's in the community.
Yeah, it's in the community repo. So we didn't put much thoughts, but we've been running open source project for a long time successfully. I believe we just copied another project we had, Key Gateway. So yeah, if you go to the community repo, there's a contributing section where we had a contribution guide. I'm going to put it in the chat here, where you can see different roles into whether you are. Oh, I didn't realize it's a 404. I need to look into that. I thought we had that page. Let me check.
It's wait, where?
Oh, it's a contributor letter. Sorry. Yeah.
It's
Um,
here. Yeah, let me
yeah,
find it.
yeah, yeah.
It's
Sorry. It wasn't linked properly. That's why. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, that document document a couple of roles in the community where you can contribute PR, you become an organization member, and then you become a maintainer. So we love you read that.
Okay.
Yeah, and also like if there are any parts of this that don't work or you think we should modify or fix, like again, I think that what the thing I was mentioning, about Kagent, like how I've seen all these different PRs coming in from people, like I think this is going to become more prevalent. So, if we can, if we can start to fix this process more, I think that would benefit everyone. And yeah. And also, I think another thing that's going to be important is making sure that we have really good documentation and understanding of code-based practices and how we want to structure things, how like what good what good code practice is, what good end-to-end testing practices, like all that sort of stuff. So I think like making sure that all that stuff is more written down, and then yeah. So the answer is yes, we're absolutely interested.
Yeah.
The second half of that answer is it might be, like a little bit of a dynamic experience. Like I think, we'll be making it up as we go a little bit. But yes, we are very, very interested in that. So
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
yeah, and we can catch up if you jump on Discord. We can catch up offline about or on like the core contrib channel. I like there. I think potentially we can make like a maintainers channel or something, and or we can figure it out where we can try and have more pointed discussions about this stuff. But I'm happy to just chat with you offline about like good ways to get started and all sorts of stuff like that. So
Yeah, and Josh is also like working on like the Kagent side of the world, and he might have more insights than me. So, and like when we deploy things, right, when we see issues, we can definitely contribute it back, and we are encouraging, like that's why Sam raised the PR, and like we have 1 or 2 more PRs are coming in. So we are encouraging folks in our team to like contribute it back to Kagent, so that like we get have better software and the community has better software.
yeah, definitely.
And Jeff is also here. He's my manager, so he has also started contributing.
Hey, folks. Good to meet y'all.
Hey, Jeff. Good to meet you. Welcome to the community. You're also at Capital One?
Yep. Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. Oh, yeah, we heard the whole story from Josh on Thursday. and really looking forward to more people getting into production with Kagent. It's awesome. So
Cool.
we were just
Yeah.
talking about becoming a maintainer, contributions, things like that.
Cool. Yeah. We've been really happy with the project so far. So appreciate what y'all are doing and happy to contribute back. And nice hat, Josh. Looking good. Representing.
I couldn't find my regular one, and I saw this and I was like, oh, I should rep.
Yeah, so I think that's kind of that discussion. So I think, the summary is yes. Cool. Does anyone else have anything they want to chat about?
Jeff, you had a PR like that you wanted to discuss, right, Jeff?
I did. It's pretty minor compared to what Josh and Jason have been submitting, but I just had a small one that would help with the release note formatting. Jason had pointed out one of them that looked like Dependabot had done everything in the release, and this just kind of helps with that a little bit.
Which PR is this?
Yeah, let me go find it.
It's 1611608.
Jason.
We cannot post it from Capital One onto the
Oh, okay.
chat. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
That's annoying.
Yeah, I'll probably join from my personal next time.
What is it again? It's are you posting it? Agent. Oh, poll. What is it? 1608. Oh, this is you. Okay. Yes. I see. Yeah. Okay. Got it. So my answer here is I feel like, yeah, I'll take a deeper look at this. Again, I didn't know the context of this. I was like, some random person is trying to like do a one-off, organize our change log. Okay, this makes much more sense. So as I said, I think we're not diligent enough about labels for right now, but you're saying okay, I buy this logic. I'll review this. I'll put this on my list for today and try and get this in.
Cool. Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, it's one of those things where like we can get better at labels and this gets better, but it's got some immediate value right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and thanks and sorry for the random drive-bys. This is our attempt to like say, hey, we're real people. And
no, this is really helpful. Again, like I was telling Josh, everyone who, if someone is a random GitHub user, because of the state of random GitHub users right now, I'm much more likely to take any contribution seriously if I've seen them even once.
Yeah.
So, or like get a ping on, just like if there's some human in the loop, then I'm way more likely to pay closer attention. So, yeah.
I was gonna say, AI is at the point where I don't know if you've seen, but like they'll have people's faces like swapped out for interviews, and then they'll be like, "Put your hand in front of your face." So maybe eventually that'll have to be the second level. Join the contributor meeting and put your hand in front of your face.
Yeah, we had to block somebody over in the Kubeflow project that was just like farming like green GitHub labels by adding like nonsense reviews and replies to everything. So yeah, I get it. It's rampant.
Even to the closed PRs. That was the interesting thing.
Cool. All right. I wonder where Dimitro is. He's usually the one who's got tons of topics. All right. Anyone else?
Yeah, I had one. Is there a GitHub issue documenting the differences between the Go ADK and the Python one?
I know that I'll find it.
I've got it. 1 second.
1643.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Jet's been working on that.
Yeah, like I said, we're hoping to get that in, be default by 0.10.0.
Gotcha. Is there any like help I can do with this? I think we're interested in migrating to the Go runtime.
Yeah, I mean, are there any yeah, I mean, if you want to just like chat, if you want to, I mean, Jet is here. Is there anything, Jet, that's on your radar that isn't already taken care of? I know you've been doing a lot of work in this area.
Not off the top of my head. I think the biggest gaps were the model config stuff, which went in like a few days ago. There was another issue about some MCP header. I haven't had time to have a look, but if you find like any other gaps, which there might be some minor gaps, you can just comment on the issue and we can just fix them. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good.
Cool. Yeah, I will. Where's my this? Yeah, 1643. But yeah, like I said, we're really interested in that. Like, if it were up to me, I would ditch Python. But there's actually, I'll bring it up. So there is compaction. So I remember that there was an issue for compaction here. I wonder if it ever got taken care of. Pull requests. Let's see. Yeah, so we might need to add this ourselves. Yeah, we might need to add this ourselves. So that's the one. But anyway, yeah.
So one question, Ethan, like we have like in this like report, right? We have like 10 of like issues that are still open, right? Like, is there someone contributing, or like are you guys open to like contributing back for that issues? Because I see some of the issues are probably like 2 years old and things like that, right? Like, so was curious on anything that is prior, or some of the things that we can take as well.
So I think the yeah, so I think it kind of depends. So the problem is, and this kind of comes back to what we were talking about like, I think what this really requires is sort of grooming on our end. And if you guys are interested in that, because like, and like we could do that, but like, for example, a lot of these, are created by community members, and they are not necessarily things that are, you know what I mean, like our number one priority, or even that I would consider worth doing. So like, for example, like there are some in here that are really important, like this one, that like compaction breaks tool names. I'm pretty sure this is a real bug. And would be awesome to like track down. So I think part of the core work there is just us doing a better job of grooming. And maybe the answer to that is like we should spend, I think that could be a great use of time for the contributor call, or even this call, if we wanted to do that, right? We could start going through the issues and seeing what, if any. I usually do it every couple weeks or every few weeks, and see like which of these still make sense. So like sci-fi, like, and there are a lot where, you know, like, should we close them out, etc. So, and so this is actually done. That's good. This is actually finished. So, you know, there's a lot that should be, you know, basically just need to be groomed, and seeing like what's still relevant, what are the top ones to be picked up, and a big part of that is just, you know, grooming often, and responding quickly to issues. And I think that, you know, I told my team, so I manage the Kagent team internally, and I promised them I would do a meeting on all that stuff nearly a month ago, and that meeting still hasn't happened for various reasons. So I think, Jeremy, I see that, I see you laughing. But anyway, so I think we also, there's some work that, you know, we need to do on our end to get better at that. But I can, you know, if you're interested in picking up issues, I can definitely, like, I can trim this down to, you know, things that are really like important as we see them.
If you can add a label or something like that, like say for example, right, like priority or something of that sort, right? Then probably we can go by that actually, and like so that we need not like kind of like whatever you feel is like a priority, right? If you can add a label, like a specific label, then we can go through that.
Yep.
Yeah,
For sure. Let me start writing this down. So, cool. Yeah, we at one point had a board, but it quickly fell out of date. So, you know, maybe we can just get away with issues for now.
I think I have to
I
drop.
can work on that.
Yeah, but thank you for this.
Yeah, of course, and I'll get working on that, and I'll find some good priority bugs and issues to pick up.
Yeah, and we'll try to join this meeting as well.
Awesome.
So we make sure that we are real all the time.
Thanks for joining. It's great to meet you.
Bye.
Anything else? No, I'm happy to give folks back some time. Awesome. Yeah, so again, like for the Capital One folks, like, you know, I'll just have my eye out vaguely because I know y'all's usernames now. So I'll just have my ear to the ground a little bit for those, and hopefully we can get you guys yeah, into prod. That would be freaking awesome. And I don't know if you guys like what the situation is, but you know, if you guys want to like write a blog or anything, we have like a public Kagent blog. You guys want to like talk about your experience or anything like that. And we also have a
website.
We also have we have a section on our website for adopters here if you want to add yourselves either before or after you go into prod. That would be awesome.
Yeah, we would love to see your logo there. By the way, I believe you've probably seen this KubeCon call for paper is out as an end user of Kagent. We would love to see your submission as well. And that's really help you establish you as a technical leader in the cloud native community and also help our project grow too. So we'd really appreciate that.
Yeah, definitely. I think we're interested in I guess being a part of this community and getting out there once we're like ready to go and have our approvals.
Awesome.
True. All right. I think that's all I've got. Does anyone else have anything they want to talk about today, or can we get back some time? All right. Oops. Sounds like we're good. So how about everyone? Oh, who's that? No. Someone just joined. All right. Well, anyway, everyone have a great rest of y'all's day, week, and we'll talk soon. Talk to you later.
See you later.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.